Andrew Guthrie, GuthriePhotographyOnline.com, and today we're going to talk about ISO and how ISO works. ISO is a very important function of your camera. ISO is also like back in the old days when you used to have 200, 400, 600, 800, and 1600 speed film. When I shot with film, I normally shoot with 800 because I was shooting in low light, I was shooting sports, and I was shooting some fast race cars at the time. Today in our cameras now, not only do you have it all the way up to 1600 ISO, you can up this camera right here that I'm holding, the Nikon D700, goes all the way up to 8,000 ISO. I do not recommend that you go all the way up to 8,000 ISO though, because it will introduce noise and grain into your photos and make your photos look like they just look very grainy, have a lot of texture, and it introduces a lot of grain, a lot of noise, and a lot of texture into the photo that you don't want. When shooting sports, I recommend that you shoot anywhere from 400 to 800 ISO. That will give you the best results as far as the fast movement, or if you're shooting sports at night in a low light situation, I would recommend 800 to 1000 ISO on your camera, because it gives you the adjustments that you need to keep your camera working well in low light. I wouldn't recommend going over 1000 ISO. Your quality of your photos will become grainy and will become basically unusable, in my opinion. When you go on the other end of that, if you're shooting any types of portraits, landscapes, any types of say fashion shows and stuff, I would keep your ISO as low as possible to get the best quality image that you can. If you're shooting fashion per se, you don't want to go anything over, I would say, about a 6 ISO. And if you were shooting portraits and you're in a controlled environment, such as a studio, I wouldn't go anywhere over probably 400 ISO. And I might want to even keep that lower, down to 200 ISO. It's going to give you a more sharper image. It's going to give you a more clean image, and it's going to keep your customers happy when you're shooting professionally. If you're shooting in very low light where there is no light, it's really a crapshoot as far as trying to get. It's really your feel and how you feel that image looks. Photography is an art. I am by no means one to preach to you on how to shoot your photos. I mean, I'm not going to preach you on how to shoot your photos. I'm just here to try to give you the best information that I can, that I know, that works for me. It's worked for me for 12 years as a photographer. And I always tell everybody that you always need to shoot in the RAW format in case you need to edit something, or RAW will give you the ability to do the most adjustments to that image without destroying the image. If you don't have a RAW editor, you can use JPEG, but I would recommend that you would use JPEG plus RAW in your camera. That way you have a file that you can look at on your computer right now, and as you go along in your photography journey, you also get an option to have that raw image off to the side. So when you do get comfortable using editing software such as Photoshop or Lightroom, you can actually use that to your advantage and bring that photo out to what you really want it to be. Photography is an art, guys. There is no right or wrong answer. I'm just trying to give you the best tips possible that I can, based off of the 12 years worth of knowledge that I know in this business and what I have done over the last century. You guys have a good day. This is Guthrie Photography Online with another tip. Have a great day.